All right, let's talk about section 3.2, which is solving systems algebraically. And when we solve algebraically, we're talking about using two of the four methods, and that would be solving by either substitution or solving by elimination.
Great. And so problem one, I'm going to take this substitution approach. So we're going to solve that one by substitution. It says, what is the solution of the system of equations? Remember, the solution makes both statements true, so I'm trying to find an ordered pair. And there's certain steps I want you to follow when you're doing substitution. Okay, so step one says solve one of the equations for one of the variables. And I am going to pick my second equation. And I'm going to solve that for y. So I get y equals negative x plus 3. Once I have that, I'm going to step 2, substitute the expression for y in the other equation, and then solve for x. So I know y equals negative x plus 3, so I'm going to just put it right in there in that equation. So I get 5x minus 3 times negative x plus 3, that's my new y, equals negative 1. And we're solving for x, so I have to do some distributive here. 3x minus 9. Combine like terms, 8x minus 9 equals negative 1. 8x equals 8 when we add 9, so x equals 1. So once we're at that stage, now I go to step 3, and it says substitute the value of x into one of the original equations and solve for y. Remember, our goal is to find an ordered pair. I already have my x value. Now I'm going to look for my y value. So I'm going to put 1 right back into my x here. So I have 1 plus y equals 3. I subtract both sides, and I'm going to get 2. So my solution is the ordered pair 1, 2. And what's a really good idea at this point?
Check your work.
Check it. Put that ordered pair 1, 2 back into both equations. It has to make both work for it to be a solution to the system.
Number 2, you are in charge of ordering labels for a small business. A company that makes custom labels charges a yearly fee plus a cost per label. You paid $375 last year for 300 labels. This year you ordered 1,000 labels and paid $725. What are the yearly fee and cost per label, assuming the prices did not change? All right, our first goal is to choose variables for our missing terms. So f, x, or y, we can let f stand for the yearly fee, and let c stand for cost per label. All right, so our two variables are going to be solved by using the process of elimination this time. So the first equation that we're going to write is f plus 300 times c, 300 being the number of labels, c being the cost, equals 375, the total. And then the second equation would be the cost per year, which would be f plus 1,000 c equals 725. So let's set up our problem now using the solving of by elimination, and let's quickly kind of review a little bit of those steps. When I solve by elimination, I have to line up the equations, and the coefficients for one of the variables have to be the same, but they have to be opposite in sign. So sometimes you have to multiply by a negative number in order to get them to be the same. And then you're going to add the equations together to eliminate one of the variables. All right, let's solve for f, because that would be the easiest to eliminate. If I multiply the equation f plus 300c equals 375 by a negative 1, I'm going to come up with a negative f and a negative 300c and 350.
Negative 375.
Negative 375. Sorry there. All right, adding, the f is going to cancel out because f plus a negative f is 0. 100c minus 300c is 700c. And 725 minus 375 is 350. divide by 700, and c is equal to 1/2. All right, and let's go back and need to find our other variable f. So I'm going to substitute 1/2 in. It doesn't matter which one of those two you use, but let's use the second one. So if I use f plus 100 or 1,000 times 1/2 equals 725, and then that would be f plus 500 is equal to 725. And then solving for f, f is
225.
225.
So our final answer then, the cost per label would be 50 cents, because that's our C value. And then the yearly fee would equal $225. So we have both of those values. Another good idea, go back and check, put them back into both of the original equations to make sure that it works.
All right, what is the solution of the system of equations? All right, if I notice and look at this, the second term, negative 3y and 3y are going to add up to 0 immediately. So this is a pretty easy one. 2x plus 4x is 6x. The y's eliminate, they add up to 0. And 14 plus 46 is equal to 60. Divide by 6, x is equal to 10. Now solving for y, I'm going to put that 10 back in for x. So let's use the first equation. 2 times 10 is 20, minus 3y is equal to 14. And then I'm going to subtract and divide by a negative 3. My answer ends up being 2.
Great, so the solution is the ordered pair 10, 2. And again, really smart idea, throw them back into both equations and make sure they work for both. So now on the back side of your notes, we're going to look at equivalent systems. And equivalent systems are systems of equations that have the same solution. So we're going to figure out what that looks like when we do elimination. So as you look at problem 4, it says, what is the solution of the system of equations? And I have decided that I want to eliminate y in this case. So if I'm going to eliminate y, I need to make the coefficient in front of y to be the same but opposite in sign. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 9 to get 45, and the bottom equation by 5 to get a negative 45. And when I do that, then I end up with 63x plus 45y equals 18, and my second equation ends up being 40x minus 45y equals 85. We add those together and you get 103x equals 103, so I get x equals 1. Once you have x equals 1, we're going to plug 1 back into one of the original equations. I'm going to pick the first one, so I'm going to have 7 times 1 plus 5y equals 2. 7 plus 5y equals 2. 5y equals a negative 5. Y equals negative 1. So in this instance, we came up with an ordered pair, 1, negative 1. Again, you want to check that. So in this case, we have one solution for this. Problem 5, however, we're going to see something kind of unique happen with both A and B, and we're going to look at that next.
Okay, let's look at problem A. I'm going to choose to eliminate the second equation by multiplying through a negative 2. So my first equation stays the same. My second equation becomes a negative 6x minus 4y equals a positive 2. All right, I'm going to add, and the x term eliminates. 4y and a minus 4y also eliminates out, leaving me 0, and 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. All right, notice that if I were to think about this, 0 equals 4 is my solution. 0 never will ever equal 4. So my answer is no solution to this system.
Good, so this would be a set of parallel lines if you were to graph them.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
then moving on to B, which one do you want to try to
In letter
eliminate?
B, let's eliminate the x term.
Okay,
And when we try to do that, I'm going to need a 4 to multiply this first equation by. So 4 times 6 is 24x. 4 times a negative 3 is going to be a negative 12y. and 4 times 15 is going to be 60. In the second equation, let's multiply by a 3. 3 times a negative 8x is a negative 24x. 3 times 4 is a positive 12y. And 3 times a negative 20 is a negative 60. Keep your columns in line, always making it easier to add or subtract the different terms. So in the first column, 24x minus 24x is 0. Negative 12y plus 12y is 0. And 60 plus a negative 60 is 0. I get all zeros. And my final statement would be 0 equals 0. Well, that is a true answer. So no matter what numbers I put in for x and then determine what y is, I'm going to have an infinite number of solutions.
Great, so these lines, if you were to graph, would actually coincide. They'd be the
They
same
would be
line.
the same. They're just multiples of each other.
Very good. So, what you can see here then in section 3.2, we learned how to solve linear systems algebraically, both using the substitution and elimination method.